Hello, I will be showing you how I built on my earlier milestones and show you all the functionality that has been maintained and added onto in my shell. So I will be showing a demonstration that will cover the process management in the background, signal handling, and client message handling. So first off, I'll show you how the code here um, is able to be compiled correctly and run. So there it goes, mysh, and it's in, the normal things from last time. So I will be showing you how to do some background process management. So we have, essentially we can tell any command to run in the background. If we just add a ampersand at the end, and it will run it in the background. Echo is obviously not something that will stay running in the background for long, so it finishes and turns done. So then if there was anything running in the background, PS would tell you in reverse chronological order everything that's running. So what we can do essentially here is we can write sleep 30, and we can run this in the background, and it will not run properly, but it will still put it in the background because I think that's trying to be read as an interval. It'll still put it into the background. So then if we write PS, it should put it into the background essentially. Yeah, so then I can type kill and 1, and it will or sorry, I should type kill in the process, so 2525194. And yeah. So on the left here we have my signal handling process that I'll show you inside of mysh.c. I have built 2 signal handlers. One that was for M4 that essentially made a new line and ignored whenever a user hit Control C. And that's what this one is right here. And then this one here is the handler for whenever a child exits. So when specifically inside of our commands, so specifically it's not in commands, I shouldn't have said that. It is inside of here. We have, it will be continuing if we have this, and that is the case when the sig child will be reached, and the handler will be reached. So that is our handling of some of our signal processes. I'll now show you how to start up the server. So I will just exit so we can see this cleanly, and we'll see here that we can start a server on a port with our local host, and that will start up our server. So now if I log in on a different terminal, you give me a second. Alright, I have SSH'd into this, and we have started up the terminal, so I can now do server, or sorry, not server, start client, and then I can give it that same port, and like so. And then I should be able to do send. There we go. Very cool. And as you see on this one, it also says hello there. Very cool. And yeah, so we can then type stop server, or no, what's the command again? Sorry. Sorry, I should have typed close server. Some trade-offs would include the I guess we could talk about because we have, this is essentially how, like, all the commands for the starting and the closing, and then we also have server, and server has essentially another linked list of server of connected clients, so you can have more than one client. And then we also have some things that were implemented from lab, essentially just to be able to message from there and back. And you can connect as many people as you want. So then I had to make sure that the socket wasn't in use, and I had to make sure there's all these connections and all these checks to make sure that there wouldn't be anything false before broadcasting a message or whatnot. I realized that my example here was not that good. I didn't show exactly how this works for the server handling. Sorry. We have, let me do this in a better order. So we should just run start. I also didn't call the command properly. I think that's also why there was some bugginess. I don't know why I put the local port at the end of the start server. So essentially what you'd want to do instead here is you just want to say server start, right? Oops. So you want to say start server, and then you'll have your port number, and that's all. So then your server will start, and then you can go onto another shell, and if it's running, we got again, I will say now instead start client on 5 4 3 2 1 on we have the host name of localhost, and then we can also say start again client 5 4 3 2 1 7 1. Now we have multiple clients connected to the same server. So what we can do here is say now send port number from the host and then it will say from client 1 on all of them that it ran very well. Yeah. And yes, of course, very easily we can type a big conversation, and it will tell the server who's saying what,